it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. Woohoo! It's our birthday. I've realised that this week has been 1 year since I started my YouTube channel, and oh my goodness, I can't believe the ride I've had. And I wanted to do something special to say thank you to everybody for helping me follow this incredible journey. When I first started, I think I've mentioned before, I was so nervous, and I looked back at part of my first video just the other day and I was like, oh my goodness, I was so nervous. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really nervous doing this video today because it's out of the ordinary. I haven't uploaded this week because I've been really busy behind the scenes prepping for this and have had so much going on. I sound like a cracked record because I've listened to some of my videos back and I say that a lot, but it's the truth. I've been super busy. So, okay, so where to start? So I've actually been working on my first set of digital papers. Spoiler alert, I should have said that first. It's a long, slow process, and mostly because I'm starting everything from scratch, but it's exciting and I'm having lots of fun and I'm loving the way they look so much. But when I realized it was birthday week, I dropped that to start a different project. So I do have to tell you also that the next video I have to upload is actually from the Christmas Altered book, and believe it or not, it is the last, I believe, of the videos that I recorded before Christmas that I couldn't upload because of my technical difficulties. And I have mentioned Christmas. It was actually the video that I thought I would upload Christmas Day. And so in that video, I wished you all a Merry Christmas, and I've talked about Christmas and yada, yada, yada. And I'm watching it back and I'm going, this is really embarrassing. How can I upload this? Like, it's what? It's almost 4 months later. I keep reminding myself that I have made another whole journal in that time, and I've had other videos that I've uploaded in that time. But every time I try to edit it, I am bamboozled by, well, you guys thinking I'm kind of crazy. But anyway, so just giving you a heads up, I'm really sorry that I haven't been able to upload it sooner. I think I'm just going to have to post it as is and wish you all a Merry Christmas when it's almost Easter. So there is that. Anyway, sorry, technical difficulties were out of my hands, unfortunately, and I'm still playing catch up. So because of that, I do have some videos pre-recorded from more recently that I haven't been able to upload also, partly because I've been working on these digitals as well, but I've been trying to catch you up on the pre-Christmas videos. So anyway, so that being said, it's birthday week, and I wish I had been able to do this with you all much sooner. It's actually Saturday now, and I believe birthday day was Monday, so we may be celebrating a week late. But truly, I just wanted to give you all a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting what I've been doing here, and a huge shout out to the two people who've helped me get here. They are Gail Augustinelli and Tracy Fox. Without your support and continued encouragement, I really wouldn't have continued. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you to those two amazing people, because this is an incredible community and I'm so grateful to be a part of it. Okay, so I'm going to do my first giveaway, and I ask for your patience. I've been busy trying to not just get my first digitals ready, but also start an Etsy shop, and that's really overwhelming because I'm kind of the duck out of water. I don't know what I'm doing, and it's all very exciting but overwhelming. So I haven't uploaded these kits to my Etsy store as yet. In actual fact, I've only just finished them as we speak. I've just finished creating them and printing them out. I will be able to present you with your prize if you are the lucky winners, if you can provide me with an email. So okay, so that being said, I'm thinking what will be 4 separate kits here, and I'd like to do 2 giveaways. Okay, so I'd like to show you what I have, and the first will be giveaway number 1, and I will need to remember that. So they are some collage sheets using my tea stain papers, and they come with 2 variations for each colour, and you'll see what I mean in a moment. So there's like a cover sheet and a backing sheet, if that makes sense. And I've actually started with the backing sheet because I forgot to swap them around. So let's do it this way. So paper number 1 is in the purple, and we have our cover sheet, and then we have, oh my gosh, that's pretty, and then we have our backing sheet. So, and it's kind of designed that you could do it either way. So you could have this on the front of your tag and then this on the back of your tag, which is kind of what I had in mind when I designed them. But you could do it the other way around. This is light enough that you could write on it. So you could use this on the back of your tags if you wish to do that, or on the back of your journaling cards. Anyway, I'm hoping it will provide you with some fabulous options. So that is the first paper, and then the second in this set is, goodness me, I'm all thumbs. I am nervous. So there's 4 papers, 4 different colours of papers in this first set and 4 in the second. So there'll be 8 papers in each kit. So this is the yellow and the collage papers. And then I have a green, and they are the collage papers. And then I have a neutral. So this is my neutral and the collage papers underneath. Okay, so that's kit number 1, and that is the first giveaway. So we're having 2 giveaways because one is to celebrate my first YouTube birthday, and the second is to celebrate reaching. So I haven't, as I said, had a giveaway before, and so I wanted to do a double celebration. So that's kit number 1, giveaway number 1. So there is no first prize or second prize. So kit number 1 will be drawn first and kit number 2 will be drawn second. That's how I want to work it. Okay, so kit number 2, I have a reddy pink colour. I call it pink because it looks very pink, but sometimes it has a red tone. So, oops, I'm not nervous. And that is the backing paper. And then oops, you're probably getting a sneak peek. Then I have the eggplant colour, I call it. So my top paper and then my backing paper. Number 3 is my blue. So pretty. There's something very winterscape about that. And the backing paper, and then I have a neutral number 2. So That's my neutral. And the backing paper for that one. So, as I said, there are 8 papers in each kit, and there will be 2 lucky recipients. So, I hope you're as excited as I am. Now, along with those, I also have, and I'm just trying to figure out how I have sorted these. Okay, so also created for my Etsy shop are some label sheets. Now, I've printed these 2 to a page. There's actually 2 prints per set to show you what they look like. And I've used the papers that I've made my collage papers out of to create these, so they coordinate, is what I'm trying to say. Now, the labels are printed normal size, roughly 2.5 by 1 3/4. And then they print really well to a decent size as a 2 to a page print. So I use an Epson 2750, the Eco Tank. So when I've printed these, I've printed them, I believe I've been on borderless printing, and I've printed them 2 to a page at the 5 by 7 inch print. So I hope that helps. I print from Windows Explorer, if that helps. And the prints for me with my papers are comparable to the prints that I have with other digital kits that I've purchased. So I'm happy with the quality. Please be aware that depending on your printer will determine the colours that you get. So I know from personal experience, I've got an older printer and the colours on that printer were very different to my new printer, and I was having trouble with some digital kits. So I cannot guarantee you will get the exact same colours depending on your printer and papers, but I'm very happy with the quality. So these are the green papers, oh sorry, green labels. No, I'm not nervous. And then I have the yellow, and I have the purple, I believe. Oops. And these are all printed. These labels, I should mention. So the collage paper kits were printed on just A4 paper. The labels I've printed onto matte photo paper, and it is a less expensive matte photo paper that I use, but I'm really happy with the quality. So just so that you know, that's what I've used. Okay, so that will be 1 kit of labels. So there are only 4 pages, which are the, oops, sorry, the full page labels, and then you have the option to print 2 to a page if you choose. So I'm just showing you what I've done with them. And then kit number 2, I have my first, oops, my first neutral. And then the eggplant. There is the pink or red, depending on how you see it. Sometimes I see pink, sometimes I see red. And last but not least, I have the blue labels. Okay, so they are my 4 kits, and I'm so excited to be able to share them with you finally. Now, as far as entry is concerned, again, this is my first time doing a giveaway, and I'm super nervous, so I don't want to make it too complicated for myself. That being said, I do want to try and pay it forward as much as possible. So I'm going to suggest or ask, I find that really difficult to ask you to do something. Okay, to be able to join in for this giveaway, I'm going to ask you to like this video, to please leave a comment, and one comment per person. The comments will be used. I'm hoping to use the auto picker. Like I said, I haven't done this before, so fingers crossed that works. Otherwise I'll be writing down names and drawing from a hat, but it'll all be worth it. And I'm not going to ask you as part of the entry to share with us new YouTubers who are perhaps under 500 subscribers. It won't be a prerequisite for entry, but I would really love to be able to pay it forward somehow, just like Gail and Tracy paid it forward to me. And so if you're able to do that, I would be truly grateful. And I know that the people who we support through that would be truly grateful as well. So thank you all for your support, for your ongoing comments, and for liking my videos, and for following me while I'm doing this, because I really love it. The more I become involved in making journals, the more I enjoy the process. So okay, so I have decided that I would like to have a play. When I was printing these papers, I saw the green printing and I was like, one of the things I'd really like to do is, okay, let me rephrase. One of the things I've started to record is a journal with a nature theme. So I saw the green printing and I was like, I think that will work with that journal. So I would really like to have a little play with these papers. So, and I thought it might give you a little bit of an idea of what I had in mind when I designed them as to how they could be used. So I've just got a page from a glue book that I have folded in half. So it was a book similar to this, a Reader's Digest book. And once it became quite tacky, I just folded it in half, ready to make a journal card or tag or something out of. I'm thinking a journal card for this project. I could change my mind, but whoops, and that didn't go very well. Let's turn that around. No, I'm not nervous. I'm not just nervous about doing the video. I'm nervous about uploading these things to Etsy. It's like one of the things I struggled with when I first started my YouTube channel was putting myself out there. And I don't know, there's something really vulnerable about doing a YouTube channel and making, or knowing that anybody and everybody can see it, I guess. And most of the time when I'm videoing, I don't think about it, but every now and then that same thought pops back and haunts me. And I guess putting an Etsy shop out there, like some of these papers I've had in mind for such a long time. Actually, for the most part, all of them, including the ones that I'm working on for my first, well, essentially it won't be my first kit now because I have gone ahead and changed the goalposts and I've made these first, but it was to be my first kit. And having them here and me seeing them and me having ideas of what I want to do with them and all of that sort of thing, that's one thing. But to suddenly be thinking about other people using them and seeing them, and I don't know if you will like them. So that's another thing altogether. But anyway, it's something I'll just have to move past like I did when I started videoing. That's fine. So the other thing I wanted you to know is that like I said, I've been wanting to start my own digital papers for a long time. I've sort of been building towards it for, I'd say about 12 months. And I do have a love of photography. And I've been looking to find a way of incorporating the two. You also know I have a love of vintage, so it's like old world meets modern world. I do enjoy a good time slip movie and or book, so there is that. And I guess for me these digital papers have been a little bit of that, trying to marry old world and new world. Okay, so I'm just making a simple background just by using, in case you weren't paying attention while I was talking. Oh dear. Oh, that's unfortunate. I've got goobers on my... Okay. That's okay because... because I want to put a focal point on there, so that may just determine how I do that. But some things aren't meant to be perfect, are they? But I'm just thinking, I think I put that away. Won't be a moment. So I've got a little bag of scraps here, and I'm after some music paper because that might be a fun addition to this paper, and it kind of goes in line with what I was saying. So I've always had a love of vintage and trying to marry the two and still incorporate. I'm just trying to cover that boo-boo. Now I can't see. Oh, talk about struggle city. Trying to marry the two and have something that I'm really happy with and really proud of, and still feel like it's being true to where I'd like my papers to take people, I suppose, how I'd like them to feel when they're using them, but still appeal to people who like modern and vintage, because not everybody does. So that being said, I'm getting excited because I'm really loving them. I think my biggest problem will be knowing when to stop. I don't know how that will happen. But yeah, so that will be coming. I just don't know when. Like I said, I'm not rushing because I do want them to be something I'm really proud of. But I will be super excited to share them with you when I'm finished. So keep your eye out. I will be doing a video when they're done. I'm really happy with that, but I really want to just tidy that bottom up. Okay, that's better. Oops. Okay, so I'd like to ink. Where? Did I mention I have chaos on my desk? Oh, buried. Of course it is. Okay. And I'm going to ink my music paper. It is very delicate, this paper. quite old and quite brittle. I'm just like, I can't believe I tore that, but you know what? Keeping it real. Okay, and I think I'm going to love the music paper on here, so there is that. I'm not quite sure I would have, I don't know, because I hadn't really thought past using these papers, so I'm not sure I would have used the music paper, but I think it's going to be really, really pretty. Oops. Oh, it's like it was meant to be. Okay, I might burnish from behind. And need some paper towel. Nothing here is where it should be at the moment. Like I said, I've had a couple of different, I can't even say a couple, I've had quite a few projects on the go at the same time, so I kind of had different tables set up for different things, and I'm also shuffling things from one table to another to allow me to do certain things because it's been necessary. And so everything's out of whack. But anyway, now I have these images from, I believe they're from ArtVintages. I just love them. I don't have the pack written down, which is rather unfortunate. But like I said, I'm doing this nature journal, and I was looking at the papers the other day and I thought about these images. They're like country farmhouses or homesteads, and I just love them. There are more in the set, I believe, so I don't know whether there's more in my little box or whether I have used some of them. And I thought this would be really, really beautiful on here as a focal point. I'm thinking I might like to do a little stamping. So I've left these papers really quite plain. Sorry, I just got distracted. I just spotted, I've got these tea bags. I've got a whole box full of tea bags. And I was just like, I wonder. I wonder. Okay, stamp. I think I will use this text stamp. So this is a Kaisercraft stamp, and it's just got script on it. And I need my stamping paper. I wasn't very organised when I decided to start this video because I was worried I would procrastinate and then not do it. So I was like, I just need to get in and do it. I'm so fish out of water syndrome using my own papers and that sort of thing that... Okay, I don't want a perfect coverage. Yep, happy with that. It's really weird. I've shown other people's papers for such a long, well, for 12 months now. The idea of showing my papers is really, really crazily overwhelming. Okay. Now, do I want to use this tea bag? It's kind of fun. thinking maybe there's a tear at the top anyway. I love the natural look of it. Again, this tag will be used in a nature journal, so, and I'm just don't think I want it to go that far. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Yes, about there, I think. Now, this tea bag hasn't actually been ironed flat. It's in a box of tea bags that are waiting to be ironed flat. So I'm hoping the glue will press all the wrinkles out. And it looks like it's going to, so that's a treat for me. Okay. So, and it's kind of like using tissue paper. It's quite durable, the tea bag, but it's delicate at the same time. So just trying to be a little bit careful with it. And I didn't think my tearing was completely straight, and that's okay. Oh my gosh, that has such a rustic look about it. I love that. Really like to be, I'm sort of holding my breath at the moment. I know it doesn't tear as well when it's wet as it does when it's dry, so I'm kind of gritting my teeth and hoping that it doesn't tear more than I want it to, and it didn't, so that's fabulous. Now it's stuck to my fingers. Okay. So I need, kind of liking that first one. I'm liking the tones in it with that paper. Oops, helps if it's up the right way. I hadn't actually considered it being upside down. My text will be sideways. Sorry, it's not even upside down, it's sideways. So my text is sideways. So that wasn't great, but I might see what other, I feel like I should have more of that style of image from ArtVintages. Landscapes. So I've got a funny feeling these were in the pocket next to, or the slot next to these, so maybe they're all from the same set. That's really, really pretty. I'm wishing my card had been a little bit bigger, or I'd have realised that these were landscape and not portrait. It's pretty too. Kind of like a portrait with more green. Something like that, perhaps. I'm just flicking through the landscape images at the moment. I think I've decided I'd like to stick with portrait, and I quite like the look of that. I think that may be the winner. And I think once that has some distress ink around it, it will blend quite nicely. And what I'm thinking is I might be able to do a second one with a landscape image and actually get the orientation right. Just want to see if I can take away some of that white. That's a bit better. Okay. Or I could pop that on there as a tuck. That's kind of fun. I think I just bumped the camera with my head. Sorry about that. It's obviously not sitting where it usually does. So what to do? A tuck or just a journaling card? Or I could do that there and perhaps a small label up here. I haven't actually cut any of my labels. I'm wondering if one of the neutrals might work. I'm looking at the middle one actually. We all know how much I love to cut on camera. Okay. My tea bag is following me. See if I can cut this out. Relatively straight. Let's go this way. It's a little bit crooked, but I'm sure my ink will help that. Okay, I'm going to ink that up. Just like I feel like I'd like something behind. I plan on sewing a round card, so I don't want, I think I'm going to glue this down. I quite like that placement. And I'm going to leave it as a tuck. I don't know whether I will leave it like that once it goes into the journal or whether I'll add glue to the other two sides, but for now, actually no, I won't. I'm going to glue it down. I'd like to use this as a journal card, I think. Probably could have used my glue stick for that, but never mind. Okay. And thinking a little bit of fabric of some sort. This is a piece of like curtain edging, I think. isn't that fabulous with the leaf on it? I wonder how I can incorporate that. I don't know if I can, but I'm going to try. You can see this fabric frays really easily. So I'll be relying on the glue to keep it in place. I may have to use fabric glue, I'm thinking. Oh, I kind of like that dangling over the photo. I have little pieces. I can't put it in the center or over further because it just doesn't work for me. What I'm thinking I might do is don't jump the dinosaur, Daddy. I'm hoping this ends up to be a good idea. What I'm thinking is I do that and then, oh golly, that leaf is a lot bigger than I realised. I'm not sure I love that, but I do love that underneath. So I'm wondering what I can add. Or do I want it that way? That's kind of fun. I kind of like that. Okay, so I'm going to go with that. I haven't done any crafting for probably a week now. I did have a little play in here. Oh, I did have a play in here one day this week. Just me, myself and I. Just needed to come in and have some downtime. And I went, do you know what? I don't want to work on my papers. I just want to craft. So I did. And it was fun. Okay. Just want to make sure that the glue has a hold of that. I've got little pieces of it everywhere. Oops. It's a losing battle. Okay, be done with that. And then I may as well use my fabric glue because it's open. And it may actually help keep that fabric in place too. You guys are actually seeing me watch these pieces of, these papers and labels come to life too, because I haven't actually used them yet. I have a lot of negative space in that sky, so I'm thinking maybe about there. Okay. No, I haven't played with these papers at all. I've been keen to. Like I said, watching this green one print out was actually last night. I printed it and I was like, oh, I think that would be great for my nature journal. I need to play with that. So I wasn't planning on doing it as part of this video, but I'm having fun. Okay. Just trim that little piece. And I think that's done. I love that. It's not overly fussy, but I'm really happy with that. Okay, and then on the back, I'm just going to use, which I've now buried, just like, golly, where did I put it? Okay, I think I'm just going to use this collage paper and do the back of my journal card. So I think I would like to tear the edge first. When I decided to do these collage papers, I've been doing my book page snippet rolls, which are fabulous. And I've been using a similar process for collaging the back of them if I want to use them as journal cards and tags and the like. And I was like, that could make a really fun collage page. So I went ahead and created them using my tea stain papers, and I'm really, really happy with the way they came out. Okay. And again, I haven't used these either, so I have no idea how it will look once it's torn. Okay. And we have a fun little piece left over. I love it. Okay. So I'm going to add some ink. I'm very excited. I'm like, big smile on my face right now. Okay, so just making sure I had my tag up the right way. I think I'll get a fresh page because that one's a little bit tacky. Oh, my glue stick's almost run out. Look, I thought I had a different one here. What have I done with it? Whoops. No, it had one more piece of ephemera, I think, left in it before it's like down to the plastic. If you ever wanted to dig the glue out that's left in there, I have. I'm just like, but I can see more. Scooch across, Mr. Paper. Goodness, I'm so sticky. Okay, so Oh, I have my first piece of ephemera for my nature journal. I am going to sew around that, probably with a cream cotton. I've actually got my dark brown on there at the moment. I wonder if I could. I do need to fix up the bottom. It's a bit longer than it needs to be. I don't know how that happens. It always looks right when you go to tear it. Never mind. Oops. Now that's stuck. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, sorry if I just bumped the camera. Okay, I really, really love that. And the back, I kind of like how the front and the back coordinate. But when you have this kit, the other thing is that you might use the coloured on the front and then you could use a neutral on the back and do it that way. So you'll have choices. I'm just thinking I might just turn my sewing machine on and quickly sew around this and show you how it finishes. Won't be a moment. Okay, and there I have my completed journal card. I've stitched around the outside using the dark cotton, and I really love the way that that's added another element of natural looking colour to this card. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you to every single person who has followed my journey, who has watched videos, liked videos, commented on videos, who've offered support and encouragement and ideas, who shared thoughts. I really appreciate you all, and I'm so grateful to have this little community that enjoys crafting as much as I do. So I look forward to doing the draw for my very first giveaway, and again I do ask you to be a little patient and forgiving if I mess it up. I think it will be fine because I'll probably email the winners their papers, so that shouldn't be a problem. But please keep your eye out for my Etsy shop. It will be called Paper and Lace Moments. I haven't quite got it completely set up, so but do keep your eye out. There'll be more about that coming up in future videos, I'm sure. And keep your eye out also for my Merry Christmas video in almost April. I'm really loving the altered book. I've only done, I think, one more page since this video that's coming up, but I really am enjoying it. And I've actually been thinking, with every craziness that's going on in the world at the moment, and not taking away from the seriousness of that situation, if we're locked in and we have to craft, maybe my timing with my Christmas journal isn't as crazy as it seems, because maybe now is a good time to be working on projects like that see you more organized for Christmas, this coming Christmas. So anyway, please stay safe, please be well, look after each other, and thank you again. Happy crafting, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.